You're listening to podradio.co.za.
I love my classes. I got a crazy teacher who wears dark glasses. Things are going great, and they're only getting better. I'm doing alright, getting good grades. The future's so bright, I gotta wear a shade.
Yo, it's your man, Mr. CWR. Now, topic today on the podcast will be advice to our 9 Hatties for subject choices. And joining me and Imke today on the podcast would be immediately Naledi, Aiden, and Renisha David. We hope you enjoy. So, this goes out to our grade 9 Hatties. Being matriculants, we had to make our technical subject choices 3 years ago. What the knowledge and experience we've gained in the different technical subjects, now we would like to share our thoughts, advice on what we would change about our subject choices if we could. We will also be sharing some general advice regarding making subject choices in general. Here we go.
My advice to grade 9 Hatties regarding the subject choices for next year is to choose the subject that they either find interest in or would like to learn more about. The one thing us learners, and I've seen this so many times, a learner will decide to pick a subject that their friends have picked, and that friend will literally get the best marks, but they won't because they find no interest in it and they don't even like it. So it's better to choose the subjects that you like because it'll be so much easier for you to learn. Had I known what I know now, I don't think I would have changed anything. But the one thing is, when I was in grade 9, I was really worried and doubtful about my subject choices because learners in high grades will tell me your electrical is difficult, your math is difficult, and I'm here to tell all the grade 9 learners that all subjects are difficult. You just have to put in the extra work and study and just make sure you understand the work in class.
My advice to our grade 9 Hatties regarding their subject choices for next year is don't take it lightly. It is your first big decision that will have an impact on you somehow in the long run. Choose carefully and consider all the factors. Firstly, do not choose something that will not be beneficial towards your future or the career choice that you're considering. Secondly, be realistic with yourself. If you're not good at something, it is okay. It does not make you stupid or dumb. It just simply is not your level of expertise, and that's perfectly fine. Don't sabotage yourself by doing something that will bring your marks down. Thirdly, if it is possible, choose something that you like, something that you enjoy. That way it will be much easier. What I didn't know then, that I definitely know now, is that every little thing is important and every little thing counts. If I could go back and change something, I would master everything that was problematic to me, because that was the mere basics, and it does not get easier, it only gets more complex and the workload only increases. Whatever you're struggling with now, make an effort to understand it completely. That way high school would be much, much easier. The best of luck to all of you.
Hey everyone, Aiden here. My advice to grade 9 Hatties regarding their subject choices for next year is to choose the subject that interests them the most. Many learners choose their subject based on its difficulty and workload, but the truth is that all subjects are difficult in their own way. When I was in grade 9, I already knew what subject I was going to choose because it went hand in hand with what I wanted to study. And had I known then what I know now, I would have done nothing differently. I already knew what I wanted to do, so that just made my decision much more easier. So for the grade 9s, I'd say choose the subject that appeals to you the most and not what others say about the subject. Many of the older grades learners will tell you, oh, do this, do that, but don't listen to them. Make the decision on your own, because this will impact your future and what you're going to study. So for the grade 9s, best of luck, and just choose what suits you.
Hey, what's up, guys? So this is directed to the grade 9 Hatties, and I will be giving you three different advices, 3 different points, and to think about before you choose a subject. Subject choice. The first choice is that you must not be peer pressured by your friends, your peers, or your teachers to the subject that you want to take. Because if you take electrical and all your other friends take construction, do not take construction because your other friends take the construction. Do not choose a subject because your friends choose it. Because at the end of the day, you came into this school alone, you will leave this school alone. So rather just do a subject that you're interested in and you know you're going to put long hours in, rather than follow your friends, because you guys are different. So it's right for you guys to choose different subjects unless you guys have the same interest. The second point is that do not let your parents choose your subjects for you, because until this day there are people who are stuck in the subject that they don't want to be because the parents chose for them. Because they do not know what to do, they handed the voice to the parents. So I'm telling you, you must have a voice for yourself and say to your parents like, yo, I don't want to do this subject because of this and this and this. Just like take the time. If you do not know what subject you want to do, just choose a subject that you're at least interested in, because don't choose a subject you're not interested in. The third point is that you must choose a subject that you're interested in and you know you're going to put long hours in. And also you must set a goal from grade 10 what you want to achieve in the subject. Don't take it as another thing. You must treat this subject as a special subject, because this is the only subject that you choose for yourself. It's not chosen for you, you see. You must set a goal, because each of these different subject choices has its own reward. And if you say what you want, the interest alone will cover 50%. All the less than 50% is the hard work and the long hours, you see. So with what I know now, what would I have done differently? What I have told myself in the beginning of my grade 10 year is that I must work long hours, because I take electrical. Now I'm interested in electrical, so that's 50%. So another 50% is that I must put long hours. I did not put long hours when I was studying electrical. So I would tell myself, because my goal right now is to become the highest academic achiever for electrical technology. And it's good that I got this right the last year. But if I have told myself in grade 10, I would build myself into it now. So just set a goal and at the beginning and try to achieve that. Yes, good luck.
Hi everybody, my name is Renisha David and I'm in grade 12 at Bowel Technical High School, and today's topic of discussion is subject choices for grade 9s. Well, the only advice I can give you is to choose the subjects in which your career field lies within, or if you're one of those people that really don't know what they want to do in life, I suggest you test around. Try different things. You're allowed to change from your technical subject to a different technical subject within the first few weeks. But you are not allowed to change from technical maths to pure maths at all, at any circumstances. Subject choices can be really, really difficult, especially if you don't know what you want to do. So don't overstress it. Literally, I know it's difficult, it's easy for me to say because of grade 12, but my subject choice wasn't easy at all. I had to choose between technical maths and pure maths, and I chose technical maths. My technical subject happens to be motor mechanics, automotive, and I chose it because my career field is mechanical. I wanted to do diesel mechanic and hopefully get a scholarship from Toyota, but that's only if you do automotive. There's fitting and turning, there's woodwork, there's civil construction, there is electrical and automotive, as I said. But it's all up to you. It depends on your career and where your talents lie. And no, UD is not a subject you can choose, it is compulsory. But that is my advice to you. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
You're listening to Yo Man Zakir Bota. Yeah, Mr. CWR, yeah, once again. So, my advice to grade 9 artists regarding their subject choices for next year would be choose something you would want, you see yourself in the future 10 years or so, or 20 years. Take a subject you feel like you belong and the subject you feel that's interesting, not something that your friends would be going for. So this is the choice you would be making for big man life, adult life basically. And I advise the grade 9 artists to really take some time to consider which subjects they want to take in, what technical field they see themselves in the near future. Because subjects, if you choose a subject that you do not like or that your friends going for, you're going to regret it later on because it's something you do not want to do and you don't see yourself doing on later on in the year. So don't rush too many chances on that, guys. And then also, had I known then what I know now, I wouldn't have done anything differently because I am satisfied with the choice I've made, choosing electrical technology, and I don't regret it at all because I love the subject. Choosing a technical subject is something major. And also choosing between your pure math and your science, technical math, technical science, you should also consider thinking before you're doing that because I can promise you now, none of those are easy at all. Not at all, but if you put in the hard work, you'll succeed in it. So, yeah guys, just choose which one you feel is best for you and don't choose what's best for others. Remember, it's you and yourself only from here on out. Now my man CWR, peace out.
And that's a wrap for this week, guys. I hope you guys can use our advice when having to make your own subject choices. Tune in again next week for our podcast on the absence of matric farewell due to COVID-19, the virus that changed everything. Peace out.